Hey everybody, in this video, I'm going to show you a fun drill that you can use to build a foundation for short underhand tosses, the dart throws, the full length throws in a progression format. To get those reps in, develop those skills, which then you can turn into a really fun game for your players. Equipment needed is 4 buckets and enough balls to fill both buckets. 24 pylons, but you can get away with 12 if you don't have enough. So here's how you do the Zig Zag throwing progression drill. So we're going to start off by setting up our pylons. Just erase that. So we're going to start off, we'll start here. So we'll do, actually let's use this color. We'll do a pylon here, 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 okay, and then we'll have the exact same thing on this side. Okay, 4, 5, 6. So say you have 12 players. This is where you're going to set your players up. Okay, so you're going to have one team here. So your players, so pretty close proximity within each other. And then you're going to set up your other team, right, by those pylons. Okay, and then so if you have 4 coaches, or if you can get some extra helpers, we're going to put the buckets right here. And then we'll put the coaches. So like I said, you'll need 4. Okay, so this is how the drill actually works. So you're going to start probably on one side. Okay, let's say we're starting on the right side here. And all the balls are on. So you want to make sure they have, if the bucket's full, the exact amount of balls in each bucket. So you got 14, 15 balls in your bucket in there, okay? So what you're going to do is when you say go, when someone says go, coach or whatever, the coach is actually going to underhand, because we're starting with the progression, which is an underhand toss. So it's like if you're on second and you're doing underhand toss to short, or you're close to 1 or 3 on a 4, so from short. It's just a nice light underhand toss. You want to stay low. You want to sort of follow the ball. So you want to follow through with your throw and practice that. So when you say go, they're going to underhand it to the first player. They're going to underhand it next player, next player, next player, next player, next player. And then they're going to give it to coach, and they're going to fill it up in the bucket. Same thing for team red here. They're going to go through the motions, and they're going to put it here, put in the coach. So when all, say, 14, 15 balls go from this side to this side, then you've completed the drill. Okay, so you've completed, and then you can go back the other way. So you can take those exact same balls. That's now what the coach has here. They're going to underhand it back, right? Back, same thing, and they're going to go back, and they're going to fill up this bucket. Okay, so it gets, it's a race between each other and between the teams. And again, they're just practicing that underhand toss. So you'll see, just like in a game-like situation, you need to hurry when the runner's trying to get there. But you want to make accurate throws. You want to make sure you're following through with your underhand toss. And it's right at the player's glove where you're trying to get it to. Okay, so that's the underhand toss part. So now, let's take all this out. So you'll do the same thing. And if you don't have enough pylons, you can use existing pylons. But all we're doing is from here, put that bucket back, that erased. So all you're doing here now is you're going to add another pylon that's a little bit farther. Okay. you could actually just move that pylon over, right? But you'll see when we actually play the game at the end, when it's good to actually have all the pylons necessary. So maybe you just want to move, same thing over here. You're going to actually move the players over. So let's get rid of these players on this side. And then now we're going to put Team Blue here. Okay. And then Team Red is going to go on this side. So it's the exact same thing. And all you're doing now is a dart throw. So instead of an underhand, we're a little bit closer. It's where the dart throw, where you want to stay low, bend your knees, and have that dart throw. So it's almost like a push out. If you're right-handed, you're actually taking it, and you're pushing that dart throw over to the player. So like it's like when you're trying to turn too quickly from short, second to short, right? So it's a little bit of a farther throw, but it's simulating a dart throw. So you're going to go through the exact same motion, and you're going to start on one side. So the balls are now over here. Coach gives it to that player. They do a dart throw, dart throw, dart throw. And again, it's the communication, right? Here, here, here. You're passing it over, right, to the next player. Dart throw, and back here. Take all the balls from the one side, transfer them all to the other side, and then take all those balls back from the left side and bring it back to the coach, right? It's like a relay, right? Like a race. And you're bringing back the last ones back to the coach on the right-hand side and the right field side, okay? So, again, you sort of know where this is going. So, again, it is the underhand toss, the dart throw toss, and then the full throw. So, again, if you had the pylons, instead of moving the pylons, so let's erase all these lines here. Balls, get rid of this. So now we're going to have, if we have for the actual game, so I would go through the motion. So I would just, when you're doing this, start off with the underhand, let him go through it, then stop, then go with the dart toss, then stop, and then do this. Okay, so now we're going to get those pylons, and we're going to put one that's even farther here, and here. If you had the space here, so this is going this way. Okay, so you see you had space there. And now what you're doing, so if you have 1, 2, so you're going to have sort of 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and that gives you the amount of 24 pylons. You're going to have 4 in each one. So this is now you're going to take that player that's down here. Let me erase them. Oops. And you're going to put them farther out, right? So let's get the red team down here. 6, right? So there's 12 players. And then the blue team, right? So now you have a farther throw. So again, you're going to go through that motion. Coaches are going to toss it over here. It's going to be a full throw, a full throw, full throw, full throw, and then up to here and then to the coach. In between the coaches and last players, it's not a full throw. It's a shorter throw, so they're going to pass it here. They're going to throw it, throw it, throw it, throw it, throw it. Okay, then take it all on this side, and then when that bucket fills up, bring it back to the other side. They've gone through each one. Underhand toss, dart throw, full throw. So they got it. Now, this is when you actually have the game. So what you do is the exact same thing, and they're starting, you let them know, hey, now we're going to play a game. The team that, an example, the team that wins gets to avoid running, an extra lap, so forth, whatever it is. Make it a little incentive for them. And then what you're going to do now is you're going to start, because all the pylons are set up, you're going to actually start with one side, which starting from the underhand toss, right? So you're going to do the underhand toss. You're going to start on the inside pylon. So they're going to start closer with each other, and they're going to start. So when one team starts, and it gets really competitive because they're rushing, and sometimes they're missing the balls, they're overthrowing it, but they got to keep going, right? So just like in the game when a ball's overthrown, they want to get to that ball to prevent the runner from even getting to a farther base, right? Or people backing up, but the situation is different. So you're going to have the players starting to do the underhand toss. Coach throws it. They're on the first pylon. Underhand, 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 right? So underhand, underhand. It's a close one. Get it all here. Let's bring them all back. And then that team moves back. It's communication. You got to know where they need to go. One team moves back. The other team moves back. Same thing. And then when they go back, they do the dart toss, and they bring the balls over. So it goes from one end to the other, right? And then same thing, they bring it back to the other side, and then they step back one more, and they're farther, and they actually do the full throw. And you'll see when this is going, they're yelling and screaming. They're trying to get the balls across from one side to the other. And so when you've started with all the balls on this side, and they've gone through the underhand toss, dart throw, full throw, and all the balls get back here, have your players sit down, and that team is the winner, right? So, again, they don't realize, it's a great thing about having like these fun competitive games. They don't realize they're working on these skills, but then it gets more, interesting for them because they're actually playing for something. So just like in a game-like situation. So great drill, great way to work on reps, getting the foundation for underhand tosses, dart throws, long throws, and just overall softball skill development. So enjoy this fun drill and playing the game at the end. Thanks for watching Easy Softball Drills for your practice plan. Make sure to check out our other videos and subscribe to our channel.